Hey there, this is Daniel. Today I'll just be giving you a brief review, a video review of my 2011 Aprilia RS125. This is my very own RS. I'll just be going through its specs, a bit of a video review, as well as the mods and extras done to it as well. And later on in the video I'll start it up as well. First things first, it is a full power RS125 from new. This is the Nero Black colorway with predominantly black with a bit of red and silver. Looks quite sleek and elegant. It is, like I said, the full power edition. Mainly because of the exhaust system and jetting that was done from its first service at 1,000 kilometers, and which installed the new Aero exhaust system, which I'll zoom into now. You can see it there. That's the Kevlar end tip, as well as the fully tuned expansion chamber just under there. Gives quite more performance. Makes the bike to 33 brake horsepower, which is LAMS approved. It is still LAMS approved. And as far as a fun factor goes, it's quite hard to beat. So obviously with the new exhaust system, jetting has been done to the bike to encounter for the new exhaust, as well as the inclusion of the Anderson race stand, which is just there, which the bike is on at the moment. Now this is a multi-adjustable stand, and I'll just quickly zoom into there. You can undo these by the butterfly clippers here and extend it outwards and inwards, so not just fitting this RS125, it can fit other bikes as well, which is quite useful if you have more than one bike. Going through its other features as well, which you can probably notice that have been done to it. Main things is the Evotech exhaust hanger, which has been put on, as you can see here. Evotech Performance insignia. This gets rid of the exhaust hangers. The exhaust hangers on the, sorry, my mistake, it's the foot pegs on either side. Left one doubles up as the exhaust hanger. It gets rid of about 1.2 kilos, so 600 grams on each side, and looks quite sleek as well when you contrast it to the bike and the original ones. The other thing done as well is the exhaust hanger. Now the original one almost touches the back tyre, but to show the insignia on that one as well, Evotech up there. Looks quite sleek as well. You can see it's very short. Just makes the bike look a lot more sleek. Probably said that word too many times, but I'll keep on moving on. The other thing done as well, as you can probably see, is the rim tape on both sides, on both wheels. It's in the Italian flag colorway, being an Italian bike. This is by MotoInkz. So the red, white, green, and the actual design of the tape kind of goes from out to a slit design to a solid, and ending up in the thin one there. And you can obviously see green, white, and the red. It makes the bike look quite good. Get a lot of positive comments from it, and obviously looks good when you're going along as well. Gives you a nice red, white, green blur. Other things I've done to it as well, and I'll show you in more detail when I turn on, is you can see the Euroline platinum white parkers and the H11 front, the fog lights and the, not fog lights, the low beam and high beam, which is on either side. I'll just zoom in on that a little bit more when I start the bike and just key it on. Other things I've done as well is just a little tank washer and bolt, which is anodized aluminium in black. Just ordered from PJME Motorcycles in Great Britain, as well as the Pipercross air filter, which I can't actually show you. Just goes under the seat, just over there somewhere. Fairings off, seat off. It's a little bit thinner than the original air filter. It just gives a bit more performance as well. And being a two-stroke, these things are meant to be ridden. Used to be in the MotoGP a couple of years ago. They are very, very light in terms of other LAMS approved bikes. They are one of the lightest ones out there, so, and obviously one of the most fun. I'll key on the bike now. I'll just show you the, just key it on like that. You can probably see the Euroline platinum white bulb just working there. Now on these Aprilia RS, that is actually the standard. One light only lights up in low beam mode. High beam mode activates the other side, and when you flash the high beams, as there's another button on the dash or the controls, both of them light up. So rest assured that is correct and original. As well as I've put in a LED number plate bulb just there. Just gives the number plate on the rear a little bit more visibility during night riding, which I don't do, but mainly for other motorists on the road. You don't want to take any more chances. This is LAMS approved. I'll just zoom in on the rego label just here. As you can probably see just there, just has the LAM just there on the rear. So that's just for the LAMS approved motorcyclists out there, that this is a learner approved motorcycle. So now as far as specs and bits and modifications and extras go, I think that's, I've hit most of them. I'll start her up now. I'll just put a little bit of choke on. Choke off. It's cold started as the temperature gauge has not moved. There is a bit of a ritual where you have to follow where you're warming up a two-stroke, not to exceed about 5,000 to 6,000 RPM. Just exceeding, just giving it a short burst of RPM to correctly warm it up. So just hold it on to about 4,000 RPM. Turn her off. So there is a bit of a not a ritual, but a bit of a technique to warm up two strokes properly. Thing is not to exceed the RPM, as I was trying to say, too high. You end up keeping it about, and I've always done this every time I ride it, about 4,000 to 5,000 RPM. Just giving a little short jolt of RPM just to get the engine properly warm before you set off. I've always waited for it to hit 2 little temperature gauge, or the coolant temperature, I believe it is, and then set off. So I believe I've hit every nail on the head, I believe. So I hope you enjoyed the review. One thing I will mention other as well is I've used Bel-Ray's SI7 oil. I believe the Motul, I think it's 510 or 710, was used since new. But in my experience, I've had extremely good results with the SI7. So that's being used in the RS at the moment. Runs extremely clean. Obviously smokes on startup a little bit, which is always like all 2-strokes, but as far as these bikes, they're quite underrated. Beautiful, beautiful track bike, but even as a weekender, I do know some people who commute on them as well. But a solid bike from Aprilia. And if you've never ridden one before, even if it's an RS125 or a similar one, even RS250, they are quite fun bikes. So I do hope that you enjoyed my video review. I will be posting a little bit more videos on it, hopefully quite soon. But thanks for watching. Any questions or comments, just please like or dislike or whatever you would like. So anyway, have a good day. Signing off from Daniel. Cheers.